An entire industry is charging you a monthly fee just to make AI writing sound a little less like AI. Well, the trick they're selling isn't magic. It's really just a way to manipulate two measurable patterns in how a language model writes. And here's the best part. You can build this fix yourself, completely for free, using tools already sitting right there in your Google account. But before you completely trust the result, there's a big problem with the target you're aiming at, and it's something nobody selling this system is going to tell you. Let's get into it.
You can actually bypass those fees entirely just by understanding how detection software actually works. You see, these scanners don't look for some mysterious artificial trace. They're just checking for statistical patterns. Specifically, they measure two very distinct habits of language models.
The first habit is predictability. This simply measures how often a model reaches for the single most likely next word. If your vocabulary is highly predictable and mathematically expected, the detector is going to flag the text as machine-written. It's essentially just looking for the safest, most common word choices. The second habit is burstiness. Now, burstiness is just the variation in your sentence length. If you read a block of standard AI text out loud, you'll instantly notice that every single sentence lands in a uniform, robotic rhythm. But human beings, we write a lot differently. We naturally mix very short sentences with long, detailed explanations. Once you understand that these rhythms are just mathematical patterns, you can actually use free tools to align your AI drafts with genuine human habits. For example, you can upload your past emails or blog posts into NotebookLM to serve as style sources. This lets the system extract your personal writing habits to create what we call a voice profile. It analyzes your sentence rhythm, your transitions, your vocabulary, and your punctuation habits. Then it translates your natural human voice into clear rules that a language model can easily replicate.
Your actionable takeaway here is to extract your voice profile just one time and save it as a permanent style guide. Content creators benefit heavily from this because their drafts maintain a personal style rather than sounding totally generic. And of course, you avoid paying those recurring subscription fees.
But here's the part most people completely miss. Building this setup isn't just about saving money. It's actually about protecting your work. Consider a student or a non-native English writer. This group is far more likely to be falsely flagged by AI detectors because clean, strictly structured grammar naturally aligns with those machine-like patterns we talked about. For them, this workflow documents and preserves their original voice. So why should you care about all this mechanical math? Well, because a single false AI flag carries real-world consequences. A false flag can literally freeze your freelance contract or fail your college paper instantly. So let's walk through exactly how to build an entirely free double-sided system to protect yourself. Step 1. You upload your past writing samples to NotebookLM so it can extract your personal voice profile. And just to prove how fast this works, running this system on 5.0 Henry short stories picked up his highly specific sentence rhythm and punctuation habits in mere seconds. It seamlessly converted them right into an actionable style guide. Step 2. You use NotebookLM's deep research feature to build a niche and audience profile. This structured report defines exactly who you're writing for and the specific terminology they use. For a freelance writer or a brand, this ensures that every draft perfectly fits what a client's specific readers expect. But you need to watch out here. This feature can fail if you select the general import option. That will just flood your notebook with random web sources instead of the targeted research report itself. Always remember to import the research report only. Next up, you set up the dual system in Gemini. First, you create a custom writer gem and you load it with your voice profile, your audience profile, and a few negative writing examples. Then you create a completely separate auditor gem in a different conversation thread, and you program that one with hard gates and a scoring rubric. This next point is absolutely critical. Separation is key. A writer model should never be the only judge of its own words. If the auditor gem is run in the same chat thread that wrote the draft, the model will just naturally defend its own writing. So, you run the loop by writing in the writer gem, pasting that draft into a fresh auditor chat, and then fixing only the flag lines. Here's exactly how that plays out. We fed a fully AI-drafted narrative about a watch repairman into the writer gem, and it produced a very clean story. But the separate auditor gem still caught 3 passive voice sentences immediately. That first audit pass scored a 70%. After repairing only those specific flag lines back in the original thread, a second fresh audit scored an 80%.
That successfully crossed the line into publishable quality. So your takeaway here is to always run your auditor gem in a fresh, separate chat window to keep the grading totally independent.
Now, so far, this system probably sounds almost too easy, right? Well, this is where the entire setup runs into its biggest limitation. The free tier system works perfectly, but the AI detectors themselves are fundamentally flawed. Independent testing has repeatedly found meaningful false positive rates on genuinely human-written text.
And that creates a very strange problem. You might be optimizing your writing to pass a test that misjudges real human writing in the first place. Getting a perfect score from an AI detector doesn't automatically mean your writing is genuinely good. It might just mean the text appears statistically less predictable.
There are also a few practical limits to watch out for. Gemini Gems have file size and count limits. Heavily loaded gems with lots of large PDFs can hit knowledge ceilings, and that actually blocks your style profiles from working correctly. And like we mentioned, same thread auditing failures will ruin the process, so definitely keep an eye on those file sizes. Looking ahead to the future, features like voice profile extraction and custom gems are stable for now. But what remains really uncertain is whether AI detection tools will ever improve enough to make passing them a meaningful signal of quality. We might just be stuck in an endless escalation cycle of detection versus evasion. Which brings us to the much bigger issue. The real question this system doesn't answer is not whether you can beat a detector. As you've seen, you absolutely can. The real question is whether beating an imperfect detector was ever the correct goal to optimize for in the first place, especially when compared to just writing something genuinely worth reading in your own voice. Because at the end of the day, an algorithm should never be the final judge of human expression.
Your actionable takeaway from this explainer is to focus your writing workflow on human authenticity, rather than just passing automated scores. If a detector called your most original piece of writing AI-generated, would you change your writing, or would you question the detector? Because the moment we start changing our voice just to satisfy an algorithm, we're no longer using technology to help us communicate. We're letting technology decide how we should sound.
So I want to hear your answer. Would you trust your own voice or an AI detector? And why? Drop your perspective in the comments below. This is one conversation that definitely deserves more than a simple yes or no. If you believe human creativity should be judged by humans and not just algorithms, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this explainer with a writer, a student, or a creator who really needs to hear it. And be sure to subscribe to Nova AI Speaks for practical explainers that help you actually understand the technology, instead of just blindly following it. Stay sharp, think for yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.